Hello, everyone.
Back. Hi, Rita. Hi, Suzette. Well, welcome back to
Hi.
our Midday Musings. And I just want to thank you all for joining us today on this show. Rita and I muse about various leadership topics. And today we're going to deconstruct the topic of mentorship. And I just want to take a moment to thank our viewers for joining into our conversations through comments, likes, and messages, phone calls. And so we are also grateful for all our experts who are willing to join us on our musings and give us insight. And today, as we tackle mentorship, we have an expert with us that I'm going to ask Rita to introduce to us.
All right, all right. Welcome, Suzette. It's so great to have you with us. I know that I've known you for the past 8 years, and you have played such a crucial role in just being a friend when I first moved to this country. I'm very grateful for that. I'm, looking at you, and I thought this is the perfect topic for you because I've seen your life and I see what you do every single day and how you live your life to add value to other people. So just a little bit on Susette Clunis. She is the president of Right Choice of Company that offers tutoring to athletes in scholastic aptitude tests. She's a former executive director for 3 nonprofit organizations, founder of Durham Community Mediation Program, and co-founder of Scarborough Conflict Services. Suzette was involved in so many different programs, community development programs. She has 28 years of experience in leading grassroots and multi-service organization. She's an expert in leadership. She's a graduate in science and engineering. There's so many things I could tell about Suzette. But most of all, I think Suzette has a passion for mentoring women and to help them achieve success and peace in their day-to-day lives. And I have seen that personally and have benefited from that kind of friendship with Susette. So Susette, we're so excited to have you. Thank you so much for joining us. And we're so looking forward to see what you have to say on this topic of mentorship. So the first question I'm going to be asking you, how crucial do you think is mentorship in one's life? And what would you say is mentorship?
Thank you so much for being here. It's a privilege to be with you guys. Well, it's so crucial that a lot of people have said that it's old as civilization itself. We've always used mentorship throughout civilization. That's the way we've passed on experiences and skills, and it can be found in every culture. Mentorship is a relationship that is formed between individuals or in groups. And it's a relationship that provides guidance, that provides information, resources. It provides a lot of things for people. If you want to go fast, finish well, that's the relationship that you would seek. If you want a relationship where you want to be honest and authentic and you want to be able to have a safe space, that's the relationship that you would seek. It's through a mentor.
So, how do we find that? How do we choose the right mentor?
That is a good question. And I think a lot of people have struggled with that. I think we have to understand that mentoring is a process. It takes time. It takes some commitment. You've got to know what you want. What are your goals? What do you want to grow in? And is the person that you are going to choose espousing the right characteristics? You've got to also know, is it long-term? Is it short-term? What is it that I'm looking for? So ideally, when you're choosing someone, it's someone you've been watching for a while. It's someone you've been thinking in your mind, I should ask that person to mentor me because you've seen some evidence of how they've lived their lives. Your values should be aligned. So if some of your values are, integrity and honesty, it should be aligned. They're generally choosing a mentor. It's a person who's compassionate and empathetic. I do want to say that they generally have natural abilities in terms of they're analytical. They have gifts that build people up. They're non-judgmental. That's crucial. They have lived experience. They're knowledgeable. They also would know their strengths and their limitations in the sense that they're not gonna take you into a path that they don't know anything about.
Right.
It generally would be a person who have tools and resources that they could share. They kind of get you. So you want someone that's available, skilled at providing valuable feedback, and you would respect them, and that they can influence you.
Oh, those are all some great pointers, Suzette. Are you able to share with us like some specifics on how mentoring has helped you? I'm sure that you've had mentoring in your life, and how has it helped you?
Definitely. I don't think I can imagine a time I didn't have mentoring. And I think it was only when I officially understood what it meant, that I really realized, oh my goodness, I've always had it. In the sense that mentoring can be from books, it can be from teachers, spiritual guides, coaches, counselors, sponsors. We get mentored from history as well. And so it's when you realize what mentoring really is, then you realize, okay, I have been mentored all the time. How it has helped me, I think the biggest thing is it has helped me in self-awareness. One of the main things for people as you're managing your life or you're leading in any capacity is to really develop self-awareness as well as confidence. It's provided for me that safe space to be myself, to be vulnerable, to be genuine. There are times when I was surprised at certain feelings that came up for me, whether it's jealousy or insecurity or whatever that is, and to be able to have someone that I could talk about, to go deeper in understanding, to get perspective. So really, I think that the success that I am experiencing right now, it's been because of mentors, people who genuinely care about my success.
Amen. Great.
Wow, wow. So I'm hearing that we need to find someone that genuinely cares about us. Um, so I think that is something that makes me think about like, if I want to find a mentor, what do we look for in a mentor? I know that you addressed a lot of great qualities in terms of their expertise and
Mhm.
us being willing to kind of gel together. Can you speak into what do we look for in a mentor?
Definitely. I mean, yeah, if you're going to choose someone to be in that intimate relationship with you, you've got to kind of know what you're looking for. So it's definitely someone who's interested in your development.
Mm.
They don't have an agenda. They just have a genuine interest in your progress. The conversation is centered on you. It's not where they're talking about themselves. It's when you come away from the conversation, you feel like the entire topic was just on you. So someone that has that genuine interest, they're excited about you. They believe in you, and you hear it, and they see in you that potential to grow. No matter what you present to them, they're able to take that dream and help you to develop it further. They're generally open and honest and humble. And I think one of the things is the patience. They know you're going to make mistakes, and so when you do come to that conversation, they know that there's an expectation that there's going to be something that you might have messed up in or whatever. They know there are times when you won't stay committed, but you can pick up with them no matter how far or how long it has taken to gather, to come back again.
Right.
It's generally someone who you can be vulnerable with, and they're generally very skilled at providing accurate and timely feedback.
Wow.
Thank
So
you.
many great things. And I think, it is somewhat in parallel with coaching or being a coach. I know that I practice coaching, and, it seems a little bit similar to that, where it's not, they are the point of interest. It's all about them, not so much about you. And I think, sometimes we find probably we are in disagreement with our mentor. And so how do we handle that? Like, how does one handle, we have so much respect for the mentor and we want to listen to them, but we don't see eye to eye at times. So in that case, how do we handle that? That's my question to you. And then there's another part to it is, how do we handle when we know, like if I'm a mentor and I'm mentoring someone, but that person's not really interested. They don't want to be mentored, and they don't want to change. They don't want my help. How do I let go? Like, when do I know when to stop? How do I know when to stop?
Yes, very good question. So I think that in terms of the first question that you had around disagreement, uh, in a mentoring relationship, because it's not centered on the mentor but on the mentee, regardless of what they decide to do, you will find in a mentor a support to say, okay, that's the direction that you're going. Here's what I can do to sort of offer you more guidance or more wisdom. So really, it's not about the mentor. It's really about the mentee, and the mentee gets to choose. Now, the mentee may find that, okay, that was the wrong approach, and come back. It's not for the mentor to say, I told you so, or I knew you were going in the wrong direction, but to really be welcoming with that person, and to start fresh, and to say, okay, here we go, and let's start that process again. In terms of the other question, so one of the things is, before you start the relationship, there is a discussion around the duration. Is this going to be a 6 months, a 1 year, 2 years? You talk about those things. It's not an ongoing. Oftentimes we enter a relationship, but we never talk about how long we're going to have this relationship for. So there is that boundary, there is that end time. And the mentor can say, hey, we've been getting together for quite some time. We've been discussing this. However, I've seen that it's not an interest for you. There hasn't been any progress, really. And to have that honest conversation, so the person know where they're at. Because sometimes in a relationship, you can find that the person just wants to talk and talk, but not interested in changing, not interested in accountability, not interested in development. And it's up to the mentor to point out those things, because that relationship is also a relationship that's honest, that authentic, and gives that feedback. One of that purpose is growth. And so the mentor can point that out in a gentle way, to let that person know. Sometimes people don't know that they're stuck, or that they're unwilling to address certain issues. Sometimes the mentor isn't able to help that person through that issue, and therefore should then provide other resources, other people, books, websites, podcasts, to help that person to go deeper in that particular issue.
Wow. I think we've learned so much just in the short time with you. Would you be able to kind of give any insights, just to kind of conclude, what are some best practices to those who want to be mentors, or to those to be mentees?
Definitely. One of the things in terms of best practice is, I think as a mentor, you've got to know, first of all, that you have the time. You have the time to give. In terms of the mentee, the mentee should really be conscious of the fact that most mentors tend to be busy people. And so to be conscious of how you're managing their time, how you're using their time. So come to the conversation knowing that you're going to be upfront and forthright. You're going to be open, and you're going to do that right away at the beginning of the conversation. It shouldn't have to be teased out. The mentor, of course, will help together to build that sort of trusting, safe relationship in order for that to happen. Other best practices are meeting people where they're at. Recognizing that we shouldn't have any hierarchy here. There are lots of times I learn from my mentee, and I tell them very loudly, I've never thought of it that way. Thank you for sharing that with me. And that's something I'm going to be putting into practice. And so that helps with the relationship. One of the things that I kind of learned sort of late in my mentoring relationships was, taking that pause to celebrate successes. Because oftentimes the conversation can be focused on, growth and all the things that we need to do to change, but really taking those times to applaud successes. And I think that's what I would say for some best practices.
Thank you so much, Susette. That's wonderful. I mean, even just in the short time, we feel like you have given us so many valuable insights and pointers. If for all of us, anyone who wants to be a mentor or even someone who's looking for a mentor. And so I believe this is going to, because it reminds me of the quote John Maxwell said, a leader, knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. So I believe it's all about mentorship, right? Mentorship is leadership. It's about showing people how to go the way, just as you are walking the way. And then I'm also reminded about the scripture where it says, many advisors make victory sure in the Bible. And so, just listening to you, it reminds me that, it's important to have many advisors, many mentors, people. If you want to grow in your life and if you want to develop yourself, if you want to move forward, then this is the best way to go. So we're so grateful that, you were able to come and share all these great things, and I'm sure our viewers are getting value out of this. And we're just very, very excited that we can do this for everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Rita.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time. I gained such valuable nuggets. And I think as a mentor, for me to be really aware of the time that I have and be clear about that, I think that's something that I'm going to really take away. And as a mentee, really coming prepared to that time with my mentorship, and just really being willing to be clear and value my mentor's time. Let's all seek those mentors or become mentors.
That's right. And we want to thank the viewers for your support and encouragement and prayers. Keep liking, sharing. You can go and subscribe on our YouTube channel and share with your friends and anybody who you think will gain from this. As we are concluding our midday musing, until the next time, I want to say bye to everyone and see you next time. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.